Hi everyone, welcome back to Wednesday's Mobility Flow. Today I'm going to have you start in a standing position, taking your arms up and overhead, cactusing them out and then bringing them down, squeezing your back and your shoulder blades to open up the chest. Make sure you're inhaling as you raise your arms up and exhaling as you bring them fully down. Next, we're going to go into some cactus pose into a tight little hug for ourselves. So we're bringing our arms wide, inhaling here, exhaling the arms all the way down into a forward fold. Ragdoll here, grab either side of your elbow, sway back and forth, side to side, releasing the tension on the lower back and stretching out the hamstrings. Next, we're going to walk out into a plank position here. Hold the plank with me for 3 inhales and 3 exhales. Pushing back into downward dog and pedaling out those feet. Moving side to side, stretching out the calves and walking back into a plank position. Oh, hi Dane. Bye Dane. Holding this plank position, we're going to bring the right leg all the way up to meet the right hand, and we're going to drop the back knee and hang out here for a second, untuck that back toe, and just breathe into this runner's lunge. We're going to drop that inside elbow and reach up for 2, 3, 4, 5, hold on 5. Look up at that hand, bring it back down, plant that hand and reach up to the left side. And bring that hand back down and back up. Now we're going to come onto our forearms here and deepen that runner's lunge just a little bit more. Coming back onto our hands, we're going to tuck and lower that back leg for 5. Heel toe that front foot into the middle of both hands. Try and draw those shoulders down and back and press back into that front leg, straightening it out, rolling the ankle side to side and engaging the foot. We'll come back onto that front foot, lift the back leg, and push back into down dog. You're going to meet me back at a plank here. Hold that high plank. And switch sides. Left leg comes forward. Untuck that back foot and hang out here. Breathing deeply into the hip and the front of the quad. If you're wondering if that's a real bear, yes it is. We're going to dip and drive that inside elbow for 5. Good. We're going to come back down onto those forearms. And heel toe that foot into the middle, straighten it out. Point and flex. Roll that ankle. Come back onto that back leg. Hold that plank position. And push back into downward dog. Pedaling out those feet again. Taking one leg and tucking it behind your left leg. You're going to just hold that position right there. Really dive into that calf stretch on that side. And switch. Coming back, grounding into downward dog. We're going to lift and lower. So we're going to come up onto the toes and lower the heels back down. Try and come up as high as you can on your toes. Stretch out those feet. Next, we're going to go into a child's pose, but we're going to thread the needle. So the left arm is extended and the right arm is crossed over the body. And we're stretching out that shoulder and allowing the weight of our body to just push down and give some natural tension. Inhale and exhale. You can play around with the positioning of your shoulder. You can move your arm up to the upper part of your chest or bring it lower, whatever feels right for you. We're going to take that arm that we were just laying on and we're going to bring it over to the left side of the body, opening up through the side body on the right side. Next, we're going to walk back to center and push back onto those hips. Take the left arm over the body, thread the needle on the left side. While we're relaxing here, I will explain a little bit about the bear. So we lived in Alaska for 4 years, and it's a big thing up there to be able to help the bear population, and hunters play a big role in that. So right before we moved, my husband got the opportunity to go on a bear hunt, and that's what he came home with. Lucky me. Now we're moving to the opposite side and extending and opening up through the left side of the body. Inhaling and exhaling and coming back to center, spreading those arms wide and kind of working out what we just did and rising up. Next thing we're going to do is some cat-cows. So we're going to round and arch. Inhale, push the ground away, arch the back. Exhale, let the body go. Head comes up. Shoulders go down and back. Inhale, lift. Rolling on those hands. Doing some body rolls here. Whatever feels good to you in this moment. It doesn't have to just be a standard cat-cow. Now we're going to go into hovering tabletop here. So we're just engaging our core, pushing the ground away, letting our knees hover over, and pushing back into down dog. We're going to walk back into that plank and take that right leg. Let the right ankle come behind the left arm, and the right knee comes up to the right hand. I switched my wrists around here just to add a little bit of a wrist stretch. That's totally optional. You do not have to do that. But we're going to hang out in a high pigeon pose for right now, trying to center that front leg and that shin to be in a straight line and lifting and lowering into that hip. Again, that's totally optional. If you just want to hold a comfortable pigeon, by all means. Now I'm going to sink down onto my forearms and just relax into the pigeon pose. Using my hands as a little forehead pillow. Focusing on breathing deeply and exhaling fully. Coming back up onto the hands and lifting the back leg and pushing back into downward dog, shaking that out. I'm going to have you come into a plank, bring that right knee into the left elbow for 5, 4, 5, pushing back into downward dog. We're going to do the opposite now on the left side. So we're going to bring that left knee to the left hand, and we're going to try and bring that left ankle to the right hand. Trying to square off that shin as much as you can here. And coming down onto those forearms, breathing into this stretch. Coming back up onto those hands and lifting that back leg up and bringing that left knee into the right elbow for 3, 4, and 5. Good. Pushing back into downward dog, walking the feet up to the hands. We're going to grab the big toe and lift our chest. Repeating this, we're going to add a little variation today. So in that sumo squat, come up onto your toes, hold, working on stability, and trying to keep your shoulders down and back too, coming up onto those toes. And slowly coming back down. Flat feet, lift and lower. back into that sumo squat. We're going to hold here, side to side, and extend the legs. Dropping back into sumo and extending back into forward fold. We're going to come back onto the ground now, and we're going to move into a little bit of a hip flow. So we're going to sway the hips side to side, trying to keep the chest lifted as much as possible through this. We're going to go into a 90-90. So back leg is at a 90-degree angle, front leg is at a 90-degree angle. Lifting and lowering the back knee for 5, 4, 5, and then extending that front leg for 2, 3, 4, 5. Coming back up onto that hip and onto the forearms as much as we can. Holding that 90-degree angle. Slowly, we're going to come back up out of that, back into that 90-90, and hip sway side to side. We're going to do 90 on this side now, lifting that back knee, 4, 5, lifting that chest and extending that front leg. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Back into that 90-degree and coming onto those forearms. Big inhales and exhales here. And we're going to slowly come out of that and into a straddle position here. Hinging forward in this straddle position. Had a little necklace issue there. We're going to roll the shoulders down and back and try and lift up through the belly button as we hinge forward at our hips. Again, readjust as much as you need to. Just try and keep that chest up. We're going to reach for the left side and open up through the side body. So do that a total of 3 times. We're going to reach for that left foot and open up through the side body. Inhale, reach for that foot. And exhale, open up through the side body. Walking back to the center here. We're going to scoot back just a little bit and do it on the opposite side. Reach for the right foot. Open up through the side body. Reach for that foot. Open up through the side body. Reach. And open up that side body. We'll end with just a traditional forward fold. Grab the feet, point and flex the feet. I want to thank you guys for showing up today and for taking the time to take care of your body so that you can move better. See you on the next one.